contest is scheduled for one fall. About to come in the ring, the team of Fuerza Guerrera and Heavy Metal.
Well, quite an ordeal for Hunter Hearst Helms. I bet he's got a headache this morning.
Boy, he went to the bottom floor. Talk about ladies' lingerie and sporting goods. He was all the way down that escalator.
And their opponents, making their way down the aisle, the team of Octagon and Hector Garza.
Hector Garza on your left, Octagon, the masked man, will be partners in this tag team matchup. These four stars from the AAA organization in Mexico certainly have been delighting crowds here in the World Wrestling Federation as well. We mentioned earlier about the big event this afternoon, 2 o'clock, in the Continental Airlines Arena. That's, of course, in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Great seats for that event are still available at the box office in the facility formerly known as the Meadowlands.
Boy, I'll tell you what, JR, ever since I heard we were going to have this tag team match on Superstars this morning, I've been jacked and ready to see it. You know, I understand a lot of observers of Sunday Morning Superstars say that you and I are the best announced team to call a AAA match.
Well, that could be. I don't know. Anyway, Heavy Metal is one-on-one here with Hector Garza. Heavy Metal in the striped tights. Also an interesting story here. Heavy Metal's father is officiating this matchup.
That's right. Pepe Casas, one of the most beloved figures in Mexican wrestling history, the referee. His son is Heavy Metal, one of the most unpopular figures, and I understand that's led to a lot of tension, a lot of friction in the family. They get along like Mia Farrow and Woody Allen.
Well, that's got to be hostile, to say the least. Maybe they'll write a book about each other somewhere down the road. And tag has been made. It will be Octagon.
Oh!
And also Fuerza Guerrera. Fuerza Guerrera, a real veteran. He's 44 years of age, been in the game over 20 years. The man with the red and blue mask just got snap-mared over.
And these guys, look at, can you move like that at 44, JR? These guys are perpetual motion. And Octagon, as you can tell, a martial arts expert, several forms of hand-to-hand combat, and a spinning backbreaker.
That's a great move. You see so much fast-paced offensive action, and the AAA stars are so offensive-minded. Not known for their counter-wrestling abilities, but known more for their striking and their high-risk abilities.
And you got to marvel at the foot and the hand speed of Octagon. He blocks, he parries, he thrusts, he does it all. But Guerrera, whoa! Right through the ropes off that leg sweep. Guerrera hits the floor, and Octagon is going to fly.
Octagon with a tope head first. What a suicide dive there by Octagon. And he found his mark in Fuerza Guerrera right out here on the floor. And not all, but many of these AAA athletes, certainly known for their high-flying abilities. There, of course, are exceptions to the rule.
Guerrera, the current national medium-weight champion. You got to think Octagon, one of the top challengers for that. And these two guys respect each other. Hector Garza and Heavy Metal, they counter and counter again.
Great movement here on Sunday Morning Superstars. And don't forget, hip hop.
Over the top, both of them.
Both of them went over the top. What a hip lock over the top rope, both back in. They're thinking they're on the same page here.
Look at the respect. They look at each other square in the eye.
Side headlock by Heavy Metal.
Beautiful count and back into a handspring elbow. These guys are like twin sons of different mothers. They can come up with a counter for each of their moves.
I haven't heard that one since the mid-'80s, but be that as it may, high-risk maneuver, nobody there. Good move there, though. Great movement, and the ability to... These guys have got great balance.
I think he was going for a moonsault there, but he couldn't get the spring off the ropes.
There's a cover after the backbreaker. One, and a very deliberate 2 count, and a tag has been made. Octagon back in.
Yeah, you got to think they need a breather after that. These guys just cannot gain an advantage over the other, and that's where the mutual respect has come in.
Octagon and Heavy Metal, 2 masked men on opposing teams here back in there. And a nice Samoan drop there by Fuerza Guerrera.
He's going to the top. This guy, even though he's a veteran, he stays up with the youngsters, but just a step slow for Octagon.
What a move there. A hip block off the top. Side Russian leg sweep. And into a
that's a submission.
Submission maneuver right there, and Heavy Metal sees it and interrupts the count.
Good thing he did, because that was a submission maneuver. Ooh, I tell you, JR, we got to remind everybody, there's no wrestling on TV tomorrow night, Monday night. but you can still see a lot of dogs if you tune in. But Thursday Raw, Thursday Live will be this coming Thursday from Lowell.
Live.
No Raw tomorrow night.
And Irish whip in.
Beautiful.
And there's a moonsault. He hit it this time. 1, 2, and Heavy Metal kicks out.
Boy, I'll tell you what, these guys just go and go. Heavy Metal, one of 3 brothers. Heavy Metal, Negro Casas and Polino. All sons of Pepe Casas.
Flying headbutt right here. Another lateral press and another near fall. Well, what a matchup it's going to be later this morning. Vader and Stone Cold Steve Austin. It will be a slobber knocker, folks, right here on Sunday morning for you. A lot more still to come. Thanks for being with us. As Octagon, or excuse me, Fuerza Guerrera with the elbow right to the spine of Hector Garza.
Oh, almost went for a chicken wing suplex, but turned it over to a modified power bomb and just cannonballed him. I think Guerrera and Garza are showing a little bit more teamwork than, Guerrera and Heavy Metal showing a little more teamwork than are Garza and Octagon. I think that is going to be the key to this match. Neither team used to working with each other.
Paul Bear standing by in the locker room, and I can't understand why you would sign for Vader to meet Stone Cold Steve Austin this morning, Mr. Bear, knowing full well that this Thursday live here on the USA Network, it's going to be Vader and Bret Hart. What are you thinking?
It doesn't take an idiot to understand what I'm thinking, Mr. Ross. Steve Austin knows why. He's the reason that Vader didn't win the Royal Rumble. Steve Austin thinks he's slick, but he's about as slick as his bald head. We'll run through Steve Austin. Then Bret the Hitman Hart, you crier, you whiner, you. Your days are numbered too.
Well, that remains to be seen, but Heavy Metal's days may be numbered. Bret Hart will be joining us for commentary during the Austin-Vader matchup later here this morning on the USA Network. And tag has been made. Heavy Metal desperately needing to make a tag and gets it with Fuerza Guerrera.
And he shot an air ball. You know, I can't wait to get back to Tennessee, JR. The Final Four is only 1 week away in Chattanooga. Nashville Raw a week from tomorrow on February 17th. And then I'm going back to Knoxville, the Civic Coliseum on February the 20th. Going to see an old friend of mine, Buddy Landell. I'll be there in Knoxville, too. What a move. He just kept going.
We're seeing some great athleticism here by these young men. Oh, there's a hard clothesline by the veteran, Fuerza Guerrera. And Guerrera has leveled the field here. And
wow! He missed the crossbody, but he turned it into an arm drag in midair.
Garza misses it exactly right, but he grabbed the arm. There's that backbreaker. He's used it 3 times in this matchup. And again, well, Heavy Metal interrupts the count. I think Garza may have had Fuerza Guerrera on that exchange.
I don't know. I think he was kicking out, but it was going to be close.
Shawn Michaels, a WWF champion, will be with us here this morning, and I guarantee you Shawn's going to have a lot to say about Thursday Raw, Thursday Live. This Thursday here on USA. Oh! Boy, you talk about elevation. And
look at Heavy Metal.
Look at Heavy Metal on top. A somersault punch. Another suicidal move by Heavy Metal. It found its mark on Hector Garza.
JR, he went sideways on him too. He may have caught more of the floor than he did of Garza. And you know, the AAA guys, they're not used to the tag rule in the WWF. In AAA, when your partner leaves the ring, you can enter without a tag. I think they've mixed up that rule here today.
Cross body. No, I thought he was going to go for the cover. Octagon now.
Crucifix.
Crucifix. Good move here. And he got it. So Octagon pinning Fuerza Guerrera. And the combination of Octagon and Hector Garza successful here this morning in tag team action.
I got to tell you, I am tired just watching them. All 4 of these guys, tremendous athletes, a great exhibition of the AAA style, and some great wrestling here on Superstars. What